it do, guys? Manjoume here to do an unboxing of the Samsung Gear VR with controller powered by Oculus. This is the sequel to the Gear VR that we unboxed the other day. This version is improved, compatible with the newer devices, and actually has that controller, which was missing from the last model. See the sides. What does that say? Cinematic wide view, immersive 360-degree experience. Controller to point and interact with VR. That having some kind of remote is a lot easier than trying to finick with things, in your headset or as part of the thing itself. So it's cool to have that, some kind of control to let you do stuff other than just watch. You can pick stuff too. Hundreds of VR apps and games. That is actually a pretty big deal because, you can game with this now. Let's look at the other side, and it's more or less a continuation of the rest of this. So top is black, although it does have a nice little handle to carry it. It's not heavy, so it wouldn't have taken much. Not much going on. Let's look at the back. Go beyond imagination. Samsung Gear VR with controller, powered by Oculus. Really not much going on the back, other than compatible with the S8, S8 Plus, S7, S7 Edge, which my brother has, the Note 5, S6 Edge Plus, S6, S6 Edge, and that is a mouthful. A lot of the newer phones that it is in fact compatible with. So this is upside down. That seems to be everything in the box. Everything here is dark, so not everything's gonna come up greatly. So we have the accessories, probably the remote as well. Have the Gear VR itself, which we'll set aside for a moment, because we're going to take a look at the contents of this box. Of course, first we get the user manual and all that kind of nice stuff. Here we have the user manual and the health and safety and warranty guide. Of course, if you have any issues about how to use this, you'll definitely need to check this out. And I will probably use this to put on the straps if they're any different from the last model. But if they're similar, then, there's really no need. Although I think it is worth noting that this picture does not show the top being latched on, just the back. I don't know if that's actually how you're supposed to use it, or they didn't want to do that because it's harder to put in picture. Let's see what else is in here. Open that up. We get the straps. I don't even know what this part is. A lot of straps going on in here. We get the adapter, which is very good to have because we'll definitely need that. Have a this is just a wrist strap for the device, for the remote. Looks like we have one more thing in here. Oh, okay. We get batteries for the remote. Take a look at the remote itself. Is this some kind of capacitive, moving touchscreen? It might be. It's a button, presses in. We have a trigger, feels alright. Back button, home button, up and down, might be volume. I'm gonna guess it's volume. My assumption is also that this will be powered with Bluetooth. Here it is, wrist strap in. You might need a paperclip to help thread it. That's just a thing that'll happen. Now, ergonomics, I do kind of like this. It's kind of angled so that it kind of comfortably fits in your hand. Trigger is easily accessible. I appreciate that this home button is concave and the back button is convex, so that when you're, wearing the headset, you can't see them. And also the fact that they're textured, you can kind of tell which is which. Volume, up and down, that's pretty easy and clear. So what happens when you put a battery in, or the two batteries in, rather. It begins searching, but we are not going to be setting it up. Strap works like any other strap. Like the last time, we get a USB Type-C adapter for charging and other kinds of devices. And we got an adapter. What looks like we'll be able to switch this one out for the one that's currently in there, because this one uses micro USB, which is what most of those phones use. So I'm going to guess that the one in there is for USB Type-C, but we'll find out. Now for the VR headset itself, let's take off these bits of plastic all over the place. From a cursory glance, things look more or less similar to the prior model. We still have this rocker to, I think it's for focusing or to move it back and forth, which is pretty cool. The side, we still have the back in the home button, pretty similar. Volume rocker on the side once again. Not much going on there. That proximity sensor is still right there. Bottom for the USB Type-C, for I assume charging, although I have yet to actually use it. We have the USB Type-C adapter. Going back to the front, take it off very easily. The door that you probably won't be using after that. We can lock it into place. Let's see. Unlock it. How did we do it last time? We pushed in. Yep, and then we just moved it for the different size phones. These latches will hold it into place. How do we switch it out? We just kind of pull up. And this is USB Type-C. So if you're using an older device, which I think is anything under 8, you would be using the other one. And how do we put that back in? Just kind of slide it down. Yeah, that works just fine. Then you can lock it into place. Let's push it back. Lock it. Can we get this back on? Oh yeah, that fit really well. And it looks normal. Here it is, fully assembled. So once again, we put the straps in pretty much the exact same way. I did figure out what the extra strap was for. It was a holder for the controller that you just loop into this side. You just put it in there, then you can slide your controller in. A little bit of a mess when the strap is on there, but it does fit quite nicely, and it's good to hold it there. One thing that I did miss, but this area, I thought this was just an aesthetic choice with the dot here, just so you can feel around and kind of know where you are. This is a touchpad. That is amazing. But here is it fully assembled. Well guys, this has been the unboxing of the Samsung Gear VR with controller, the newer model. If you want to stay up to date on my videos and live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, check out the links in the description below and join my Discord. That's all for now guys, Manjoume out. I'm almost certain at this point that the other one had the touchpad as well, but I'm no TJ Maury, I'm no smart guy, I didn't realize that. Sorry guys.